everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show. You know, your weekly rock news outlet here in the upper Midwest, by golly. And yeah, things are getting pretty hot and cool in the rock world. Got a lot to talk about today. Black Sabbath, of course. A lot of new news on their final performance coming up July 5th. We got some news to talk about there. And some thefts, some stolen instruments, and some lost instruments. We're going to talk about both of those here today. And a biopic coming out, which is really a pretty bizarre. Star Child's Choices. And we'll talk about that. It's very interesting. Another band has reclaimed the rights to their music, which is very cool, aka Taylor Swift. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Yeah, gnarly three-piece band reunited for a gig. We're going to discuss that a little bit, and there's another possible reunion coming up in the works. It's a very possible, which would be very exciting if it did happen. We'll discuss that and a few other things. We go off on a tangent here or there, but I'm gonna head it over to my co-host there up there by Aurora. I'll tell you what's up, Doc?
Oh man, yeah. It always seems like it's been a long week, man. Yeah, I'm ready to talk about some rock and roll. It's as you know, we do this every week. And I don't even think we need to explain it anymore. It's just the same
Yeah.
people watching,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So and I got to talk about this, man, real quick. This happened to
What?
me a couple times now. This is a hell of a coincidence. Just happened to me today.
Uh
So,
oh.
as you know, I have quite a CD collection. I'm trying to
Oh
go
yeah.
through all of it. I'm trying to listen to everything, right?
Sure.
So I'm listening to stuff I don't want to listen to. So today, on this morning, on the way out the door, I grabbed some Sly Stone, and then unfortunately, Sly Stone passed
I'll
today,
be
man.
darned. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Sly
yeah.
Stone.
What a coincidence.
I'll be
Uh,
darned. Yeah, the legendary boy. Oh boy. Man. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. He was like 84, I think. He lasted
82,
till.
I think 82, 83. Yeah.
Oh, was he that? Yeah, he was in his
Yeah, I
80s
think he's
though.
supposed to die like 6 years ago, but he was just running late.
Yeah, he was
But
82. Yeah, 82. Doggone. Oh yeah. You know, of course, back in the 60s, the AM radio WLS here in Chicago. I mean, Sly and the Family Stone was all over the radio. I mean, man, they had such great songs there
oh
for
yeah,
a real good run.
yeah.
Wow, wow. Yeah, yeah. Hot Fun in the Summertime, Stand. Always loved Stand. Such a great chord progression on there. Yeah, so much good music. And yeah, haven't
And of
heard
course,
about him
thank you for letting me be myself again.
myself again. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Spelled phonetically or however you would want to say that. But yeah, that was very cool. But doggone it, the Slyster, done. Yeah,
Yeah, this kind
great
of blew my
music.
mind. I was just listening to him, and then I looked and saw he passed. I thought, oh my God,
How about that? Yeah,
was it
yeah.
my fault? No.
Yeah, he was famous for skipping out on a concert in Chicago. That was like one of
Oh,
his
he was famous or infamously always late. Yeah, he was like
yeah,
Axel back in the day. Yeah, he's
but
always
it
late.
caused a riot. There's a riot going on.
You're right.
Yeah,
I got
a
that one
riot in
too. Yeah.
Chicago. Okay, but anyway, yeah, yeah. Rest in
So
peace,
yeah, quite a
Sly.
bit to talk about. A good variety as we usually have, and yeah, we got a few updates on the Sabbath slash Ozzy farewell that
Oh yeah,
I find quite
where are
interesting.
they? Well, they're calling it back to the beginning, the final show. Ay, caramba. Yeah, yeah. Well, the good thing is, the it sold out immediately. That we do know. It sold out like right away, and so people, I guess, Sharon, people been talking to Sharon, like, what's up with that? So they're gonna stream it. They're gonna stream it. Doggone it, worldwide, of course, and the concert itself, which is pretty cool. None of them people need the money, so it's a benefit concert to aid in cure Parkinson's,
Yeah.
Birmingham Children's Hospital, and Acorn Children's Hospice. Ah, Children's Hospice. That right there breaks my heart. You hear children's and hospice in the same word. That's
Yeah, that's the
uh,
yeah.
so. Of course, tickets sold out instantly. But yeah, Doc, we're going to be able to watch the stream, man. You have to come over and we'll fire up the clips apparently, what's it price wise over there?
I think it was. Oh, I don't know if you got the exact number, but it was like 26 pounds. I don't know what that is American, about $30 American probably. And they have a deluxe package where you can. I think it's 54 pounds, where you get the stream and a T-shirt. Yeah, you get a
Yep,
T-shirt with it. So
54.99. Yeah, special edition T-shirt commemorating the concert, as well as access to the live stream. And this is good. This is one thing that they did smartly that they had to do. You know, they're gonna have it at concert over there in England. We're all gonna be crashed out here, or just getting up, in the morning. Like we can't watch it. So what they're gonna do when you buy the ticket or to buy the rights to see the concert, they'll you have the rights for 48 hours
yeah.
before you can't see it. So if you're late, if you got a weird schedule, something, you'll be able to find time to watch it for most part. You got 48 hours.
That's open for that. You can watch it multiple times during that
Just
48
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
However many times you can cram in there in those 2 days. Yeah, you can watch it. So
And so that's a good thing. Well, they needed to do that. So that's good. But boy, oh boy, I mean, the host is Jason Momoa. I don't get that. What's up with that? But nonetheless, Steven Tyler, Soundgarden, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, or Nuns and Moses, if you wish, Slayer, Pantera, Alice in Chains, Anthrax, Mastodon, Tool. Now, this article says Tool, but apparently, we'll get on to that in a second. We'll move on. Limp Bizkit, Smashing Pumpkins, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Megadeth, Van Halen, Ghost, Faith No More. Members of all those bands are going to be playing. And yeah, like we said, it's going to be to cure, to go to charities, which is good. That's a good thing. I may buy it just for that fact, just just because the money's going to charity. I just that's a winner for me right there. But let's get on to Tool. Tool, oh boy, what's going on, boys? There he is,
I'm a
right
little
there.
perplexed by this.
He's
This is
he's
not
pissed.
as clear cut as it seems.
He's ticked off. Yeah, yeah, he looks ticked off there. And apparently, Sharon, according to various articles, Sharon, from what I hear, Sharon got in an argument with their manager, and
It doesn't specifically say Tools is the band, but they've been taken off the for streaming. They've been taken off that poster. But
right.
I'm seeing also the speculation that Tool just doesn't have their live performances streamed. So are they still performing, just not being
Oh,
streamed? Is this not the
oh.
same band that Sharon's on the outs with? Because they never spell it out. It's just kind of
Well, Sharon.
kind of putting the two stories together. It seems that way, but
Well, it says here Sharon confirmed that she has removed a band from Ozzy Osbourne's final
yeah,
show. And yeah, somebody asked her, "Is it Iron Maiden?" Because of the brouhaha they had at Ozfest where
yeah,
she
back, yeah.
unplugged her power. Yeah, we talked about that a couple of years back. But she said, "Oh no, gosh, Ozzy only has respect for the guys in Maiden, and he didn't even know what Bruce was doing. I never told him until the night it happened, when it was the last show, and he had just looked at me and goes, 'You're terrible.'" Yeah, she was terrible for that, but. Yeah, she really doesn't say Tool, but I don't know. Who knows anymore on this AI bullshit? All these videos I watch on YouTube, and there's so much AI narration and stuff, and they get
Oh yeah,
certain
all the
wrongs
narration. Oh
words
yeah, yeah, yeah.
wrong, and that's when it just clicks in. God, I hate this AI stuff. But this what a it's gonna be a cool concert, but for Ozzy, if he sings one song, I'll be impressed at this point, because he's just so gone with the Parkinson and stuff. And Sharon says his voice is still good,
Yeah,
but
you keep hearing that his voice is unaffected, but I don't know. I mean,
uh,
maybe
gosh,
less affected, but unaffected. I don't know. We'll see. I guess.
Ozzy's health challenges have significantly impacted his ability to perform. His vocal abilities remain largely unaffected, though. People magazine noted that while Parkinson's disease has affected his mobility, Sharon has observed that it hasn't diminished his voice. Thanks, Sharon. Okay, we're quite confident in
Somebody else
your.
was saying the same thing. Zach Wild, maybe somebody else was saying the same thing.
Ah,
So I don't know.
jeez.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. It'll be really. It's like less than a month away now. So I
Yeah,
hope Ozzy's. Oh boy, yeah, yeah. So I hope Ozzy's doing his pull-ups and chin-ups and whatnot, and doing the circuit. Getting himself in this shape. This is gonna be. It's just gonna be like it's gonna be just a bow down to Sabbath basically, and Ozzy's just gonna be hanging around. Just in his throne. I would hope they have a massive throne for him. We'll see. We'll see. But there you go, man. There's your Black Sabbath info for this week. Lord knows what's going to
so
change
yeah,
next
well,
week.
hopefully we'll find out more with the Tool thing because yeah, that when you're reading the story, that's the way they kind of have it is that Sharon kicked Tool off, but it doesn't specifically say that. And then I'm kind of seeing where Tool doesn't like to have their performances streamed, so maybe they're just not part of the streaming thing. I don't know. So
Wow, wow, that could very well be. That's like some
a little soap
CSI
opera
Miami
stuff going
shit
on there.
there.
Yeah.
CSI right there, crying out loud. But anyway, moving on. Ha ha ha. Hart. Yeah, did we talk about this last week? How they had two instruments stolen?
No,
The
no,
good
it came
girls
up.
of Hart. Yeah, they're at Hard Rock, Atlantic City, and they had somebody stole a couple of instruments from them. They had they got this here guitar. Look at the headstock there. That's a Telecaster, and then they got this here mandolin that got stolen, 1950 Gibson mandolins. And I'm thinking, number one, if it's that precious, I wouldn't take it out on tour.
Right.
Jeez, but it is what it is. Yeah. So police responded to the scene last weekend where a custom purple Telecaster guitar belonging to Nancy Wilson and a 66 Gibson EM50 mandolin belonging to the guitarist Paul Moak were allegedly stolen from Hard Rock Live. Ay, ay, ay. So they went to the video, of course, and sure enough, after obtaining security footage from the venue, police were able to identify a man named Garfield Bannett of Pleasantville, New Jersey. Shame on him. Living
Someone
in a
from Pleasantville.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, someone from Jeez, Ballot, what a
Remember that movie
disappointment you are.
Pleasantville, that goofy
What
movie.
the people of Pleasantville have got to be so disappointed in you. And that's
Oh,
a
they
crazy
got so
movie.
disappointed in him. He'll be
Pleasant Sean
shunned by Pleasantville society.
as well he should. That's shame on you. But that's a great movie too, Pleasantville. That is so bizarre.
Yeah, it is a pretty good
But
movie.
anyway, Bennett was also seen on camera attempting to sell the instruments in good old Atlantic City. Woo-hoo! I spent a week there when I was in eighth grade, as a matter of fact. He was
I've been there
finally,
a few times as an
yeah,
adult,
on a
and
boardwalk.
there are a ton of pawn shops in Atlantic City,
Are
man. I
there?
mean, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a pawn shop.
I don't
So
remember
yeah,
too
he
much about
probably
it.
well, he probably went belly up on the slots or something, and saw an opportunity to snag some instruments. Probably had no idea what they were worth, or
Right.
probably even whose they were, probably. And
Yeah.
snagged them up and yeah, and sold them. They got well, they don't get either one of them back,
I
but
thought
they
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 had
think
one of
they
them.
know
They
what
wouldn't
happened
say
to
which
one of them.
one though. I thought
Yeah,
they didn't say which one. Uh, oh, I could be wrong, but yeah, that apparently they got one of them back. They won't say which one, but there's still one out there. I think it's the Telecaster, and with today's technology, cameras and whatnot, they got them. Whoever bought it, they probably got his face. They'll find it. But don't take your priceless, the things that are priceless to yourself. Don't take them out on the road.
yeah, right.
Buy a
Yeah, they don't
knockoff
need
or
to do that.
something. Geez, many creepers.
Yeah, right. They
Buy
got
a
they got kind of
Chibson.
cruddy instruments.
Buy a
Yeah.
Chibson, man. Oh, the Chibsons are the best. Man, I'm half tempted to buy. I went on team. What is it? Temu today,
Right.
looking at guitars. Hey, they got Gibsons for 150 bucks. Chibsons for 150 bucks. Look just like the real thing, but they're Chinese Gibsons. They're Chibsons.
All right.
Wow. But yeah. So anyway, they're gonna hopefully get them back. Yeah, yeah. Mandolin and yeah, I'd be pissed off about the Telecaster right there. Ooh, ooh, custom painted, of course. So, probably a lot of meaning to that.
That's just
So,
heartless.
oh, ladies and gentlemen, good night. We'll see you next time. That's That was perfect, Doc. How do you keep going? That's like a showstopper right there. Okay, we're going. Adios. Okay, no, we're not going anywhere. Hang on. Yeah. So hope I hope they find the other one and keep your priceless instruments at home. Crying out loud! What the hell? Oh, I want to keep it
Well,
with
the
the
thing was, they
Goldie.
set up the night before, which you got a crew. Why
Yeah, you set up the
why
night before, but
take that risk,
they're probably not going to steal your amps. Yeah. So maybe you want to take the guitars with you to the hotel room or something, or I don't know.
right?
Put them in the safe. Okay, NK, moving on. Speaking of guitars, Doc Vox, Aurora, Illinois. Uh, they're on a search for a very special guitar. That's right, very special. Let me see if I can't whip it up here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, yeah. They can't find that
Oh, Marty
guitar.
McFly.
They can't find Marty McFly. Where's this is from ABC News. The I won't say the good people ABC News. I'll just say the people at ABC News. Where's Marty McFly's guitar? The search is on for the Back to the Future prop. And let me see. And I will say, to people that don't know, that's a, continuity breakdown right here in this scene from the movie Back to the Future. The director of continuity blew it big time. And the reason is uh, this scene here is supposed to be in 1955, about November 5th or 6th, something like that. November, not 1955. That
Right.
guitar he's playing there didn't come out till I think 1958, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that there's not a Gibson ES335. That's a Gibson ES345, and it didn't come out till 58. So a little breakdown in continuity there, Doc. But nonetheless, breakdown or not, they're trying to hunt this sucker down. Yeah, they can't find the doggone thing. Oh, wow. You know, I wonder how in the hell that happened. So it's probably like they said, it's probably in some Teamster's garage somewhere, you know. Because boy, that thing would be
Well, have they
worth
not even started to look for it until now, or how did
pretty
it not
much.
come
I
up?
don't know why, too. I don't know why they just started doing it now. But in a video by Gibson itself, the manufacturer, with the movie's theme song playing in the background, Back to the Future stars such as Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thomas, and Harry Waters Jr. made a cinematic plea. Harry Waters Jr., I believe he played Mayor, the Black Mayor. Mayor,
Oh, Goldie.
Goldie, yeah, right,
Right.
right. Yeah, but they made a cinematic plea. There's also a surprise appearance by Huey Lewis, who's band obviously Huey Lewis and the News performed the soundtrack's headliner song, "The Power of Love," and of course we remember that Huey Lewis starred in the movie too as one of the coaches for, or one of the judges for the
He's one of the judges.
Battle of the
Yeah, at the
Bands.
beginning.
You're
Yep.
just too loud.
Yep.
Thanks, Huey. Which is prophetic because he's deaf now, pretty much. Huey Lewis is basically deaf.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's Doc Brown, Lloyd and Doc Brown cadence says it's somewhere lost in the space time continuum, or it's in some Teamster's garage. Mwah. Yeah. So, wow, boy, that'd be
Yeah,
a
it seems
pretty
to me like it's one of those things where just somebody just came. Hey, whatever happened to that? Gee, I don't know. Let's look into it. And like
gosh.
nobody knows. Nobody knows
I
what
mean
happened
that
to it.
that's a piece that it just wouldn't gotten tossed. I mean that's a piece of work there, and whoever has it got to really if they if it's still around, geez, you never know. But
Do they even
but
know what they have? You never know.
while they might now start saying, hey, wait, that guitar in the that Dad left
Right?
the up in the cellar or whatever, up in the loft.
Attic.
It looks sort of like that, doesn't it? It'll be one of those things. Hopefully they find it. Jeez, that'd be very cool. Very expensive find because that, if Gibson's interested, they're going to want to buy it back, and they got the bucks, baby. So whoever has it sitting on pretty much a gold mine. So my oh my oh my, but yeah, breakdown in continuity, disappointing. What do you say? Just wow, that was such a great movie, though. My gosh, just the
The
premise
movie was so
itself.
believable up to that point. Yeah.
It was so-
That just blows the
And then
whole
once
thing.
I saw the 345, oh
Yeah.
geez, what?
No way.
Walked out of the theater. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's killer, Doc. Yeah. But yeah, there you go, man. Wow, wow, wow. And another thing, here we go. Oh, this is brutal. I couldn't believe this myself, but apparently it's true. There he is. There's Nick Jonas there, looking in a bizarre coat. What's up with that dude? Really? And then of course there's a star child himself. Well, by golly, there's a Kiss biopic coming out, and doggone it, they picked good old Nick Jonas to play Star Child. So, and what do you think about that, there, Doctor Rooney?
Yeah, apparently he's got some acting chops. I guess he's done some stuff. So not total you know
Well, he's
rookie,
almost
I
got the
guess. But
jaw. Look at the
yeah,
jawline there.
there's some resemblance
You
there. I can
know,
definitely see it.
I
But
bet you he'll pull it off. He
yeah,
just
no word on any of the other three. This is the only one that they've got cast so far. So we'll see who will play Gene and Ace and Peter. But yeah, for now. And
well,
apparently he's doing this all his own singing, so he's gonna
yeah,
learn,
he's gonna
the
learn.
singing his style and stuff too.
And
So
he is a Disney Channel vet, so I'm willing to bet he can pull that off. But yeah, so, wow. I don't know. He'll probably do just fine. I'm not gonna say one way or another. He's got better chops than I do, so I imagine he'll do just fine. And is reported, and they're on the prowl for the perfect beast of an actor to take on the role of Kiss bassist vocalist Gene Simmons. Oh
yeah,
boy, oh, who
who do
would
you get
that
for that? He'd
be?
almost have to get an
Gosh,
unknown for that, but who knows?
I'd get his son. Although his son's too tall, which would be even better though when the high heels.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. I don't know. I'm just hoping that the acting is up to.
I know what you're gonna say.
I just hope that the acting chops are up to the level of excellence of Kiss meets the Phantom of the
Yep.
Amusement Park.
Yeah, they set the bar pretty
They,
high, man.
they set the bar damn high, brother. So I just hope they can get with it and give it. That movie really. I wonder if it's on YouTube for free. I'll have to check that. It might very well be because that's one I got. It's brutal to watch, but at the same time,
It might
it,
be one of those you got to watch in segments where they'll have it like a 10-minute segment. You got to watch
and
the movie.
then you take a break and try and get back down to normal because yeah, it was so bad, so bad. It was so bad, it's good. It's just like the Beatles had Magical Mystery Tour thing, where they took the bus ride and everything, and it was
Yeah,
supposed to be
there's
all
no
funny, and
plot.
just
There's no
it
anything.
just
Yeah,
flopped.
yeah.
You never know it's going to be good or bad. But so yeah, we'll see though. Yeah, it should be an interesting movie nonetheless because they do have interesting. Uh, I'm sure they got interesting beginning. And I did recently see a rare picture of one of their first gigs with them paint on, and it was like at a high school or something, and they had homemade cardboard kisses,
Right.
on the back and stuff, all totally cheap and homemade. And wow, talk about coming a long way, man. Jiminy creepers. So we'll see how that turns out. How it turns out. I can't wait to see who they get for Gene. You're right. It should be probably a nobody who's got acting chops. Oh yeah, yeah. Therein lies the problem there, Doc. And you're trying to find somebody who can play and pretend to play and actually have acting chops.
You got to have that voice. You got to have that delivery, man, like Gene. You got to, or it's just not going to work. But
Yeah, and acting and lip syncing. Well, what was it? Every which way but loose with Clint Eastwood. I watched that the other day, and the blonde hair, Sandra Locke. She pretending to be a country singer, and just like the worst lip singer ever, to open
right.
her mouth way wide. It's like, no, they ain't gonna be doing that for. It's like caramba. But
Oh,
Clint was banging her, so he let that pass. So that's all right. But go Nick, go man. Too many creepers. But also, yeah, at the beginning of the show, you saw that was Nick Jonas at the beginning of the show, and you can see how he screwed up that lead right in front of the world and the cameras. And I picked out an article here from guitar.com, and the headline reads, Nick Jonas reflects on, quote, traumatic failed guitar solo that sent him to therapy. There you go. That's how bad it was. And he said, going blank during a solo is every guitarist's worst nightmare. And Nick Jonas has recalled the time it happened to him. So, yeah, and you see it at the beginning of the show. And, oh, yeah, it's bad enough doing it in front of 50, 100 people, but in front of the world. And then you can see how he basically throws his guitar at the end. Oh, man. Oh, boy, boy. Yeah, it was at the 2016 ACM Awards. And yeah, and he was kicking it, kicking ass, and he was singing. He was playing with Kelsey Ballerini. I don't know who the heck that is. And he started to lead out really good. And then he started walking to her. And as soon as he saw her, he blanked. He forgot where the hell he was. Oh, oh, poor guy. So I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give him the benefit of doubt on the kiss
Hey, at
thing.
least you know he wasn't
Just he wasn't lip
playing the
syncing.
backing tracks or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And boy, that builds character. I'll tell you what, when that happens, oh my gosh. I did a couple of gigs. I don't even remember. I remember I woke up that yeah, I played last night. Holy shit. Never again, Doc. I've got a strict rule on stage for myself. No swearing, no booze while I play. So I got to keep the mind sharp because I got to remember so much crap. That's the thing about a three-piece band, Doc. You gotta be sharp, man, or everybody's gonna know.
Yeah,
Like
nowhere to hide, man.
nowhere to hide, baby. So yeah, no drinking during that, and yeah, and I think there's another one, but oh, no politics on a stage. Crying out loud, that's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, Jonas, we'll see how he does, and I wish him nothing but the best, if you know what I mean. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, moving on. Well, here we go. Taylor Swift's influence is shining through. Where are they, boys? There they are. The five finger death taps, five finger death taps, five finger death punch. They headline Loudwire. Five finger death punch pull a Taylor Swift move after the X label sells their original masters, which is what happened to Taylor Swift. Five Finger Death Punch have figured out their response after their former label sold their original masters, and they've decided to re record their classic tracks for a new 20th anniversary hits collection. So earlier this week, guitarist Zoltan Bathory, I love that. It's like probably one of the best rock names ever in rock and roll. Zoltan Bathory. He shared an interview with Rockfeed that the band learned that their former label had not even consulted them or offered them the chance to purchase their original masters before making this deal where they sold them. Boy, that's really nice of them. There's some real cutthroat piece of crap dudes there. And yeah, so they behind the scenes they were already figured, Taylor started it. What do you think about that, dude? Huh?
Yeah, no, it seems to be the way to go that they're re-recording everything. I got to self-correct here. I always thought that
Well,
Ivan Moody and Zoltan Bathory were the same guy, but no, different guys. The guitar
guitarist,
player.
singer.
I thought
Yeah.
that was like his on-stage persona. I was confused. I was
Zoltan
ignorant as to my five finger death punch
knowledge. Yes.
stuff there.
Battery itself is a cool name, man.
But,
Yeah.
but yeah, so they're putting out a greatest hits, best of volume one, and in doing that, they're re-recording everything, all their greatest hits. They're re-recording for that release. So
Boy.
you know,
Hey,
I don't know what the benefit would be of not at least offering it to them. I don't know why labels do that and sell it out from underneath the artist like that, but I don't. It
well,
seems to me you want to give them a shot at it. If they can come up with the money. Why
well,
not?
they got
We
a
care.
quote. Yeah, they got a quote from Bathory here. It says, we would have loved to have a shot at reclaiming our masters or at least to be involved in the transaction, but we found out after the fact. Surprised, but not surprised. These kinds of behind closed door deals have become far too common in the music industry. He said, labels buy, sell, and trade artists' work without their knowledge or consent, reducing them to soulless commodities. Yeah. But life
Exactly.
is,
That's exactly what I was saying. That's what it is. It's a commodity. You just sell it just like it's your
yeah,
trading card
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, gas, oil, and of course, concentrated frozen orange juice.
And pork bellies,
Trade.
pork belly
Yeah,
futures
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. That's a great movie. God, Trading Places. Okay, but Bathory goes
That's
on
like
to say,
all I know about the stock market is I know from that
right
movie. That's like
there.
it.
Yeah, they explain it pretty well, actually. Yeah. But life is a chess game. So when this happened to Taylor Swift, she responded by re recording her catalog. After that respectably bold move, her fans switched to streaming the new version out of protest and loyalty. We have one of the most hardcore and loyal fan bases on the planet, so I know our fans will do the same. So they found a way, to stick it to the companies, so to speak, and that's really rotten. Not even giving them, not even, they don't even know.
Yeah,
Where's
just
your
go right out from
lawyers?
under them.
What the, you got people for that stuff,
Yeah.
while you're out partying your brains out, you got people to handle this stuff. But
Well, the
unlike,
moral to
but
this story is to own it from the beginning. Is
yeah,
own the rights to everything your publishing rights and everything from the get go, and you don't have to worry about it. So,
yeah,
but I know when your band's starting off, you're not
oh
thinking
yeah,
you're going to be this million selling band or whatever, but you're just trying to get a contract. But you got to believe in yourself. I'm sure it's hard, but
boy, oh boy.
artists have
Well,
done it. You know?
yeah, yeah, and they will continue to do it. So, yeah, they got volume one out there. It's going to be 17 song collection, mix of newly recorded versions of classic hits. That could be interesting. I thought about that, and it's like, back when you were just starting out and stuff, and you were sort of raw and stuff. I imagine them same songs that you played them. When you play them now, you've got so much more everything going on that I imagine you could, I don't know. I just think it'll be an interesting move. Although, like I've talked on this show before, I've got the remastered Woodstock Festival albums, and I hate it,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because it doesn't sound, like it. So yeah, it's a two-edged sword. Two-edged sword, Doc.
I guess
Not
there's a difference between an enhanced sound and a different sound, I suppose. Making it sound better or making it sound different. But
Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So good for them. They're pulling a Taylor Swift, and I'm sure we'll see more people do that as the underhanded back room deals happen. They ain't gonna put up with it.
you think about that, just all the money that in the past that the labels and owners of places you see all the money like in sports, even before all that money was just going to the owners. It's staggering to think how much money gets thrown around like that. But
Yeah, yeah,
how
and,
much the
and like you
labels
say,
have.
now all these songs that people's heart and soul, and now they're just they might as well be pinto beans, for God's sake. They're just to these
Yeah,
people, they're just commodities. So
yeah, that's it.
that's no surprise. These people. Okay, here's a surprise, but it's a surprise I can deal with because it's not lasting for. I'm sorry, it's Triumph. We're talking about Triumph, the group Triumph, and they reunited. Well, and sort of after 17 long years for three songs uh, uh, at the Stanley Cup Finals. I believe it was Game Two. They did a short three-song set ahead of Game Two, Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah, I don't know even know who won that game. Oilers against the Panthers. No idea. But nonetheless, it was two out of three though, Doc, because one of them didn't show. Uh, Mike
Oh,
Levine.
really? Well, he's the one that's always had the health concerns, and he's the one that's been saying that there couldn't be a tour because of that. So,
Well, the Canadian rock
um,
band, they announced their first live performance in 17 years. This made Levine his absence particularly notable to longtime fans. Levine, I'll call him Levine. Levine claims that his absence was due to a long-awaited medical appointment that he could not reschedule.
oh, come on.
He says, in the land of where medicine is free, it takes long
True
times
that.
to get specialist appointments, he said. And I've been waiting for 4 months to see this guy. And he explained the timing conflict that prevented his participation in the historic reunion show. And my doctor appointment was booked for June 6th at 11 a.m. this morning, and I couldn't get out of it. It's one of those that I had to go to. So I don't know.
I don't know. I'd be
I
like,
bet
"Hey,
you
Doc, you reached come on. I'm playing the Stanley Cup, man. Come
I'm
on,
with
tell me about
Triumph,
the
Doc.
situation." Yeah,
You probably conceived two of your children by listening to our
right.
music, crying out loud. So yeah,
Hey, yeah, throw a
yeah.
couple A's in
Well,
there.
this is Canada, though. I'm sure my doc, he would have, you know, yeah, Doctor Bombay, my doctor, he would have done what I needed to do so I could have play. That good old Doctor Bombay. He doesn't mess around. My
Dr.
doctor
Vinny
knows what's
Boombox.
going on. No, no, no. That my GP is Doctor Bombay. Yeah, yeah. But so there he goes. Because of that thing, he couldn't make it for this thing. And whatever, they'll probably go back and just retire again. I guess I don't know. I thought, I was hoping it'd be more than just three songs anyway. But of course, they did their big hit and all that, and
Yeah, I guess "Lay It on the Line" has been used in commercials for the playoffs and stuff. So
yeah.
kind
Well,
of
they
kind of
say
a
it does
theme
have
song,
many
I guess. For
meanings,
this,
in the song itself, it means, they're laying it on for love, but like he says,
yeah,
you can translate it, lay it on the line to win this game, lay it
right,
on the
right.
line,
Yeah, they always
to
do
eat
that.
this
Yeah.
back bacon, lay it on the line on that shit. So triumphant return, but whatever. I saw a little clip of it. It was, whatever. I never liked that song. I've told you this, so I'm not too concerned. If good for them, but they ain't coming back for a long tour or anything. But boy, there's the rumor mills, the rumor mill, Doc. Rumor mill is flowing. There they are, the talking heads. And the fans react as Talking Heads tease a huge announcement. And this is from the good people of Enemy. And the announcement will be made exactly 50 years after they played their first show. Ah, that could be a cryptic little ditty there. Yeah, a teaser online, and the band is already hoping for a reunion tour. So here we go. Now you thinking something else,
All right.
don't
Well,
you?
here's what happened. That announcement was made this past Thursday, and yeah, when you make that announcement, hey, there's a big announcement made commemorating, on the 50th anniversary of our first gig at CBGB, and fans obviously, and we've talked about where they've gotten together at what was like a screening for their
Right.
concert movie stuff like that,
Yep.
and
Yep.
so there's been little teases here and there. And so everybody's thinking they're going to announce a reunion. No, no, they just announced that they have a video out for Psycho Killer.
Oh
That they made a
wow.
video for Psycho Killer. So
Ah. Oh well, jerks.
seems a little anticlimactic after the build up, making a big announcement and everything. Oh yeah,
Gosh.
we got a video. Seems like you could just throw that out there, and commemorating our 50th anniversary. Here's a video for the song that we played
Um,
back then, or whatever. But
whatever. It ain't gonna
seems
break my
when you
heart.
had that build up, is just a little, I don't know, a little
Oh yeah, there are
deflating.
people hoping for like a sphere, a layout over at the Sphere in Vegas for a while. All this crap, residency at the Sphere. No, they,
That'd be perfect for them, probably.
it would be cool. Yeah, yeah, it'd be cool. But I don't know, brother. But it is
So
what
I
it
don't know. Now
is.
you got to think: are they making these teases in something in anticipation a little bit down the road? Who knows? But yeah, it just
The way
seemed to
I
me
see
like
it,
it
if
was
they
a
haven't done it already, they're not going to do it.
yeah, it seemed
You
like a
know,
lot of build up for not much payoff
for a
on that one.
video. What
Yeah.
the hell, boys? Come on, man. And gal bassist. Yeah, yeah. No, they've had enough of that crap. They did put out that one cool song, not the Talking Heads, but the offshoot. That gal
Oh,
and her
Tom Tom
hubby.
Club.
Yeah, they've had that
Yeah.
one cool
Genius of Love. Yeah.
with my boyfriend, my
Yeah.
only boyfriend. Yeah, yeah. So freaking A, man. We'll see what happens. Yeah, yeah. Boy, oh boy, Ozzy's thing getting closer and closer, man. I'm sure he's pumping it right now. Got Sharon hollering at him. Come on, two more, Oz. Two more. Yeah, yeah, sure. This is gonna be a wreck. He won't be on his feet, but they'll have him in a throne or something. So it'll be an interesting sideshow. It's gonna be like a circus. But and do you know how long it's gonna last? Is it like all? It must be all day, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's got to be a while with all the different people playing. Yeah, I don't know how long each
Eh,
person's playing. Probably a couple
5 hours,
songs at least, I
6 hours,
think.
what? I wonder
Yeah,
I wonder just how long they're planning. Yeah, I'm guessing it could
yeah.
be
Is it going to
about
be two
6 hours.
stages where it's kind of
I would
continuously
hope so.
going,
That's
or is
the
there going to
best.
be a break between sets, or how's it going to work?
No, you're right. If they don't do the two stage things, they're insane. Because boy,
Yeah,
that
that
I mean,
takes
you just
forever.
keep things going. Like
Yeah,
take a couple 5 minutes between bands, and boom, just keep going, going, going. Yeah, that's a great setup, though. Yeah, yeah. But and there was one stage they had that was circular. I don't know if that was a Woodstock stage, circular, so they could just turn it around for the next band, and behind the scenes they're ripping everything off. Yeah, very cool setup. But anyway, enough of me yapping, Doc. Things to do, stories to tell. Got to go. So in any case, thanks for stopping by, man. What do we got? 164 here. Having a good old time. By golly. Rock and roll keeps giving us material. We'll keep handing it off to you every Monday at about 7-ish. So thanks for stopping by, and why don't you take us home there, Doc?
yeah. Decent show, man. Got some good updates on the Sabbath stuff, and I'm sure there'll be more of that to come in the next 26 days or so, or whatever we got to
It's
the big event. So
encroaching. It's encroaching.
yeah, and we'll see if any other of the casting decisions for the Kiss biopic comes up, and
Yeah, yeah.
pass those on for sure. And whatever else comes up, we'll talk about it. So thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. So until next Monday, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.